The wheel of fate turns beyond our eyes.
Beautiful.
In this timeless illusion, where does our true path lie?
It's All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Gaming Son and Father. As I have been playing Wu Shang Fallen Feathers, a great game. For the most part, I really like it. Even though sometimes you listen to my videos and much I'm yelling, you might not think I do, but I really do. And all the boss battles up to this point have been pretty good, except for this one. This one I really, really hated. I mean, it took me like over 2 hours, 2.5 hours to beat this one boss. Um, and granted, the 2 hours just me recording, at the end of the day, in between some of them, I'm sitting there respecting things sitting there thinking, trying to develop a strategy and all kind of stuff and running to the zone. But at the end of the day, that time period took a very, very long time, as opposed to most of the boss battles. I get it done like about a good 30 minutes or so, because they are tough. But this one here was aggravating, 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 aggravating. It drove me up the wall. I mean, I was really screaming and hollering. So this episode will be a little bit different. I'm going to explain to you why I hate this boss. I really do hate this boss, and I'm going to show you guys a couple of ways to get past her foolishness, and then I'm going to actually let you see my fight that I actually won with. I'm not going to show you all of that foolishness. All right, so enjoy. Okay, so the first reason why I hate this boss, I had to change my whole play style because I like using deflect. Due to her size, you normally can deflect these enemies and turn them back and get some damage in. But as you can see here, deflecting does absolutely nothing. You can deflect the hit, but it does nothing. And then watch this. Try to deflect this, and bam, no, it knocks you down. So I had to change my playstyle because I couldn't do the main thing I do, which was deflect. Okay, so now I'm going to show you two attacks you can actually punish with a charged back attack, heavy attack, and get some great damage on. This is the first one. When she goes up in the air, you charge her and charge the heavy attack and get the back stab, and get some free damage in. The next one, she does a flip, and then she does I think it's three slashing attacks. Right, one with a pause. You can get behind her there and get the backstab once again, and get some more extra damage. However, sometimes when you do these attacks, you will get the charge heavy attack and nothing happens. So it's just like, hold on now, we breaking the rules. Are we deciding when we gonna actually let charge heavy attack work? And it gets worse. Sometimes you just do it and you just miss altogether, or she just move out of the way really quickly. So it's just like, well, hold on now. 1 minute you give me enough time to get the charge heavy attack in, then the next minute you moving away too fast and I can't get it in, or it's just missing altogether. And here's another example of when you go for the charge heavy attack, and this time you miss again. Some might say, well, she might have been a little too far, because sometimes they will go all the way out of range. However, the distance I was to do my charge heavy attack, is the same distance she be in sometime when she do her command grab, and it always seems to get you. And why does it take so long to heal? I hate this thing about some of these soul games, especially ones that draw inspiration with the healing system from Dark Souls. You take forever to heal, and then while you're sitting there healing, they are attacking you. I cannot stand stuff like that, and she does that a lot. And you sitting there trying to take your hour to heal, and she sees that and she starts attacking you. I can't stand that. As I mentioned earlier, she has a command grab that can seem to catch you from a mile away, like just now. That distance was astronomical. And then she's gonna sit there and stomp on you. And this command grab either gonna take away all your power, or almost all of it. Then you're gonna sit there and lay on the ground for a whole hour. I don't understand why it takes so long to get up in this game. And so sometimes I'm sitting there getting punished on the ground because it takes so long to get up. Okay, so here is the discipline I suggest you get, the crescent arc. As I said before, I had switched from my deflect to the crescent arc because it allowed me to get out of the way of some of those attacks that she was throwing at me that I had a hard time timing, like when she went up in the air. This helped me to get away from it. And in addition, you can follow up with another attack, but you don't have to. You just hit L2 just to get out of the way of attack, and you could follow with L2 again to come up with do a follow attack, but you won't need to use that during this battle. Main thing is to get out of the way. But I'm gonna let you see what it looks like. Um, that's how you get out of the way, and then you can follow up. All right, pretty cool. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you some ways, some moves that I main moves you will have to be aware of. Now I'm going to show you guys how I use a crescent arc initially in this battle to get out of the way of her, air attack when she comes slamming down. You can use that crescent arc, and then instead of following up with another attack, just hit the dodge button to circle around her and get to the back and get that charge heavy attack. Crescent arc, circle around, heavy attack to the back. All right, cool. Do that every single time she does that move, and then you can get lots of damage and own her. And then you can even sometimes be able to follow up after a while with the fire magic spell. She does, do get fire damage, so use fire attacks. Okay, so just watch her when she does a flip and the three attacks. So it's a little hesitation on the third one, and then just get behind her if you could and do a charge heavy attack. Sometimes you will actually be able to stun her. When she does her Psycho Crusher by Bison, just dodge her at the last second and build up your magic, and then you can even sometimes get in that fire attack. So it's very easy to dodge. And I like to use that also to get myself a chance to heal if need be. So, yeah, sometimes it's three, most times it's three. It's easy to get out of the way of. You can get some damage. The next attack I want to bring to your attention is when she does these little water tornadoes that she like to conjure up. I think it's about 4 or 5 of them. And you can see when she's getting ready to do it. But make sure you're not close when she get ready to start because it could blast you back. But for the most part, don't do like I did. Just run from it. And you can just create some this is a need be that I like to sometimes start to go the other direction. And some people like to hide behind a tree, but you don't really have to do that. Well, just all you gotta do is run to the left and the right, and you'll be fine. All right. Now she does have another elemental attack we should bring to your attention is when she does these ice crystals that come down the sky for you. I would say just spam the dodge button. Don't run. Just spam the dodge button. You can avoid all those attacks. And then just be patient after that. And lastly, that command grab. Just use the crescent arc. Once you hear that sound, you know what it is, and you can get out of the way easy, and she won't catch you.
At last! You've come before me. Be gone! Heaven's stars.
Okay, you're not gonna let me heal now. Oh God! What the heck? Okay, now you're not gonna let me heal. God, they try to cheat me with that. They ain't want to let the girl die. I mean, all this hits I gave. Gosh, ladies and gentlemen, I hated. I mean, I hated that battle. I really did. I hated that battle. That was the most BS fight I have ever had in this game. I can't say period, but in this game, that was the most BS fight. That one took me hours. It went the wrong way. Not in the mood to fight right now.
Almighty Father in heaven, sins can be forgiven, the flesh restored, for life itself is eternal. Amen. Your feathers, have you too been touched by the Lord's blessing? No, you still seem clear of mind. Could it be? Almighty Lord, I give thanks for bringing me before your messenger. Messenger, what is the will of the Lord? Messenger.
What the heck? I'm about a save spot. Wait. You mean to tell me there's actually not a save spot here? They gotta do a better job with checkpoints. After you just got through fighting this major battle, you should just automatically get a checkpoint. Not go fight some more. Maybe the checkpoint is up here. Are you serious? Are you serious? I mean, are you freaking serious? Y'all gotta do better than this. Just got through with a big fight, and there's no checkpoint, and all there is more strong enemies to fight. That's crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to call it quits in this episode, and I will see you in the next one.